What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about if the Harry Potter open world game could be at the PS5 reveal event. So it's official, it's confirmed. It's the PS5 reveal event is happening in 2 days. This feels very deja vu, right? Obviously, moved 1 week from when it was supposed to be last Thursday, and I think honestly they kind of picked up right where they left off. People are hyped, people are excited, people are ready, and again, the discussion goes back to which games are going to be there. Now we know that it's going to be pretty heavily for first party, exclusively focused. Okay, they're going to focus on a lot of the games that are coming on plays. In fact, rumors of last week were it's going to focus on games that kind of come out after 2020, like kind of in the first full year of having the PS5. Okay, now and also that kind of is kind of reset by other people in the gaming industry. As remember, they're going to probably have another event in August, the State of Play in August, talking about games that come out right away, like launch games. So again, and we have heard Jason Schreier, formerly of Kotaku, right? He's even said, expect third-party games. There will be third-party games that are going to be there. So I can see it. I can see why people think it. I think, with what's happened over the last while, there's been a lot of Harry Potter stuff. Harry Potter has been popping up in the news feed, gaming-wise, for the last couple weeks, and it's been popping up more and more. Now, a lot of it is kind of self-manufactured by those that are doing it. A lot of it are leaks, are reports, are rumors that could very well not end up being true, right? Just over the last week, I'd say probably like the last 7 days, right? Last week we had a guy who was doing saying again, so all like speculative, but he was saying that he was doing like voice work for like an ad for the game, and that he knew or he found out from that way that it would be a 2021 game. Then yesterday there was reports from another person that said they worked with some publishing, branch of Warner Bros. That the game would be, actually a lot of things, the story, the gameplay, a ton of things. Now, it seemed very not necessarily true, but it could be. It very well could be. So we'll have to see what ends up happening. But the rumors are swirling. The rumors are coming out very fast and very furiously. And so is it possible it's one of the games on Thursday? I will stick with my original thought with these Warner Bros. Games because Warner Bros. Is the publisher, and I'll say no. I really still don't think Warner Bros. Games will be there. I do think third-party games are very important. I do think they kind of need to happen. And I think they're going to show, a handful of third-party games, maybe like the Call of Duty, something like in that kind of area. And it really past that, we'll have to see, because the thing is, especially because there is no E3 this year and everything's very much thrown out of whack, who allows who to take whose stuff, if that makes sense? Like Ubisoft, EA, all these they're all going on their own, and they're not going to go in a nice little, and not that it's really that nice, but E3 is a couple days, and there's these conferences, and things will sometimes show up in one conference, and then that same game will show up somewhere else, or it'll be announced somewhere, and then it'll show up another place, you know what I mean? But because they're all within a couple days of each other, sometimes back-to-back in terms of time, you get the game right after. In this case, it's very different. Will certain publishers allow Sony to show their games when they're not going to have their own thing talking about the game? You know what I mean? Will they allow Sony to do it basically themselves? I don't know. I think some publishers are going to be more lenient than others. And the reason we come to with this Harry Potter game that I think no is because I don't think Warner Bros. Would like that. Warner Bros., again, as we've talked about, mainly on podcasts now. So if you guys have never seen that channel, if you guys only watch here, well, we know Warner Bros. Was supposed to go to E3. Okay, they were officially, I guess not. They never said it, but Jason Schreier did. He's one of the most reliable guys out there in terms of reports and rumors and that stuff. Warner Bros. Was supposed to go to E3. They were going to have their own conference, and at that conference, they were going to announce Harry Potter, Batman, Rocksteady's game, and more, okay? So why would they then allow these games to go through other publishers, other companies? It doesn't make a lot of sense. I think Warner Bros. Still wants to do some sort of event. I think Warner Bros. Still wants to announce some of these, even if they don't want to do one full event like Ubisoft or EA Play right next week. If they don't want to do that, they can still announce these games on a game-to-game basis. And I think that's what they're going to do. I've said that with Batman before, and I think that as well with Harry Potter. I think it's so these are big games, okay? Batman is big. Harry Potter is big. Rocksteady's game, whatever that is, Suicide Squad, Justice League, these are big games. You don't give these games always to other publishers, okay? Now, and again, I mean, I guess you could, and you could say, oh, and then we're going to do something the next day. We're going to, talk about it more the next day. I guess they could do something like that, but when I think of what Sony's going to do for this event, I think we're going to see some third-party games, but there'll probably be a lot of games that we're not necessarily aware of, maybe from some developers or publishers that have been quiet for a while. And then I think the representation of the Warner Bros. Stuff will come through what I've said before is that graphic where they say, hey, here's a list of 50 publishers or 50 developers that are working on PS5 games. You know how they always do that? Microsoft, I've been saying that for a long time. Microsoft actually did that for that Inside Xbox back in May. Remember, they had that picture and they had all these developers that are working on games. I think Sony will do the same thing. That is when we would see Avalanche Software. That's when we would see Warner Bros. Montreal. That's when we would see Rocksteady or just Warner Bros. If they want to do just the publisher, they would do Warner Bros. But that's where I think we would see, okay, Harry Potter's coming to PS5. Is it exclusive to PS5? No, but it's coming to PS5, right? So that's how I think they'll do it. I don't think Harry Potter will be shown. I can see why people would think that. Again, the rumors are going very, very quickly. But again, they're all like manufactured just from these leaks. Warner Bros. Hasn't really done much to push this. I think they're going to go on their own. I think Harry Potter obviously is theirs, and they want it to be theirs. So I think they're going to do it on their own within the next couple of months. I do think we'll get this game announcement within the next couple months, but I don't think it'll be at the PS5 reveal event. With that being said, I think the PS5 reveal event will be just fine. I think it'll have some amazing, amazing games, first party, third party, but again, mainly first party. I think Silent Hill, Horizon 2, Spider-Man 2, God of War 2 teaser. You got to show these PlayStation exclusives. You got to show, here's the reason why you should get the PS5. Okay, they got to do that. And so I think that's going to be their main focus. And then like I said, and like other people said on the internet, the August one will be more of, here's what's going to come out like day one. Here's the first month of PlayStation. Maybe a game like Watch Dogs Legion would be something that we'd see at this PlayStation event. Maybe like a Dying Light 2, stuff like that. Cyberpunk, although Cyberpunk's more like a Microsoft kind of, deal thing. So we'll have to see. It's going to be really, really fun. I'll be covering it on this channel. I'll be covering it on podcast now. So definitely look out for some videos. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed. Have that bell icon turned on so you guys know when all these videos go up. And I do a new video on this channel every single day. So the Thursday one won't be on the PS5 reveal event, but the Friday and the weekend ones totally will. Okay, so over the weekend, there'll be tons of videos talking about whatever happens at this PS5 reveal event. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. I truly, truly appreciate it. I hope to see you all on the next video.